Today I'm going to show you how to multiply decimal numbers. To multiply decimal numbers, you're going to follow these steps. Feel free to write these down in your journal just like you would take notes in class. I want you to write down the examples and bring those to class tomorrow so we can go over them together. So step 1, multiply as you usually would multiply a 2 by 2-digit number or 3 by 3-digit number. Ignore the decimal at first. When you're finished, you're going to count how many total numbers are behind the decimal point or decimal points in the problem. Step 3 is to place the decimal in the product or your answer with the same number of decimal places that you counted and fill in any empty places with 0. Let me demonstrate. I'm going to show you an example problem. I want you to copy this down. Again, you can pause the video if I'm talking too quickly, and you can rewind it if you need to watch something again. So if I want to multiply 12 hundredths by 3 tenths, I'm going to ignore the decimals for a minute, and I'm going to multiply as I usually would do, just 12 times 3. I know 12 times 3 is 36. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 3 is 3. 0 times 3 is 0. Okay, I don't need to multiply the second row because it's all going to be zeros. Now, I'm going to count the number of digits behind the decimal point in both of these numbers. So in this number there's 2, 1, 2. In this number there's 1. And then I'm going to add those up. There's 3 total digits behind the decimal point in both of these factors. That means I'm going to start here and count 3 decimal places. And start here and count 1, 2, 3. And that's where my decimal is going to end up in my problem. So the answer is 0.036 or 36 thousandths. Now if I want to write my answer, I want my reader to be able to tell where my decimal is and how many holes I have. So since I don't have any holes, I'm going to put a 0 here. So 0.036 is my answer. Make sure you write that down in your notes. You can use your notes later to help you. Again, if I talk too quickly, you can pause it, you can rewind it. I'd like you to try some now. I'd like you to pause the video and try these 5 problems. When you're finished, unpause the video and we'll go over them. Okay, hopefully you tried all 5 of these problems. If you didn't, make sure you pause the video, try all the problems because I'm about to go over them. Alright, look at A here. When I solve A, 5 times 3 is 15. Regroup, 2 times 3 is 6. And 1 makes 7. 0 times 3 is 0. Again, I don't need to multiply all the numbers up top by 0 because they're all going to be 0. So I'm ready to count my decimal places. 1, 2, 3. Total 3, so I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. And your answer for A should be 0.075 or 75 thousandths. How'd you do? Did you get that one right? If not, go back and watch the way I did it and see what you did wrong. If you did do it correctly, let's look at the next one. 2 times 4 is 8. 1 times 4 is 4. 0 times 4 is 0. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3 again. 3 decimal places, 1, 2, 3. So this answer is 0.048 or 48 thousandths. Let's keep checking your work. 5 times 3 is 15. 2 times 3 is 6. And 1 is 7. 1 times 3 is 3. 0 times 3 is 0. Now I'm ready to count my decimal places. There's 1, 2, 3 in my top number, and 1 digit behind the decimal in the bottom number. That's a total of 4 decimal places. So I'm starting here and count 1, 2, 3, 4. So that answer gives me 0.0375. Okay, I'm going to write this one in the block here, a little bit bigger. 0.05 times 0.03. Okay? And you might notice that when multiplying decimals, You don't have to line up the decimal point. This is different from adding and subtracting. When you add and subtract, you do line up the decimal point. Multiplying decimals, you're simply counting the decimal places at the end. So here, all I have to do is 5 times 3, which is 15. 0 times 3 is 0, and 1 is 1. 0 times 3 is 0. Let's see what happens here. I'm ready to count my decimal places. There's 1, 2 digits behind the decimal in this number. 1, 2 in this number. So that's a total of 4 decimal places. So watch this. Starting here, 1, 2, 3. I ran out of numbers, but I still need to count that 4th place, which means I'm going to have to add another 0 to my answer. And this answer is 0.0015. Pause a moment and think about how to read that. You should have read that as 15 10,000ths. See, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000. So 15 10,000ths. All right, let's check this last problem here. And you'll be ready for class tomorrow. 0.03 times 0.3. Notice I'm not lining up the decimals. I'm going to multiply as usual. 3 times 3 is 9. Technically, I'm done with all the multiplication here. 0 times 3 is 0. 0 times 3 is 0. And I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. 2 there, 1 there. Total of 3. So 1, 2, 3 decimal places. And my number is 0.009. How would we read that? 9 thousandths. 9 thousandths is how you would read that. All right, so make sure you bring your notes to class tomorrow, and we will practice multiplying decimal numbers by other decimal numbers in class. And I'll see you then.